Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Happy holidays. It is the best time of the year with Christmas right around the corner. And then obviously New Year's Eve and New Year's Day coming up. We have a monster NBA slate tonight. And I'm off today and Monday, so I have a lot more videos this weekend. Today I'll have NBA DFS as well as a prize picks video. And then later today I'll have the NFL video for tomorrow most likely. So let's get into it. Yesterday, just a 2-gamer, but I've been posting my picks on Twitter the days I don't have a chance to make a video. Hit it on DraftKings in both formats, Fanduel, hit in double ups. McCollum, obviously, hopefully he played him. He was popular as he should have been. Today, we got a lot more options, but once again, we have the Pelicans who should be shorthanded. I don't think Zion will be cleared in time to play on a back-to-back after he missed yesterday, being in health and protocol, so I have him assumed to be out today. As always, if you enjoy the content, appreciate the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. All the links are in the description to check out. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Today's a good chance to do that as I am free the whole day. So, point guard picks, you have Luka Doncic. He's checking in at 12-5. It's a good matchup against the Rockets, one of the best matchups you could ask for in terms of pace. He's been playing well. He just missed a triple-double last game. But I think there's some better value guys to look at right now. The 10K range, nothing gets me too excited. You have SGA, looks probably one of my favorite options. Ja Morant in a tougher matchup against the Suns. And then you have Lillard, who's probable against the Denver Nuggets. Also a tough spot to go in there. LaMelo coming off of a triple-double. Its price tag has gone up on him. But we'll see if Rozier should be back today, I think. He's questionable. And then they also have Hayward back. So I don't mind it, but the price tag is definitely up there. 8K range and 9K range. Lowry's back, so I'm not going to pay 9K for Hero. Donovan Mitchell looks probably the best option, I'd say, at 9K. Good matchup against Toronto. 8K range, I like McCollum the best at 83. Assuming that there is no Zion. We know Ingram is out again. Just missed a triple-double. I did bet the triple-double last night and missed it by 2 rebounds and assists. He had identical assists and rebounds the last 2 games. So maybe I'll bet it again today. We'll see what the odds are, but really wish he could have got it done. Did have 40 points if he bet that. But the price tag is just not reasonable for him just taking all the usage. And the matchup is good against the Thunder. Other options would be looking at Chris Paul without Booker, looking at Garland at 78. Value-wise, 6K range, I don't mind going to Lowry, but the matchup is good, but I probably like some other options. If Smart is out again, you could look to Brogdon. And then looking at the real value picks here in the 4K and 3K range, you have $4,000 for Kobe White. Caruso is out, so he'll get more minutes. And then you'll also probably see DeSumo start. He did play over 30 minutes, 34 minutes last game. Wasn't super productive, but if he's starting without Caruso, looks like a decent value. And then if Kyle Anderson continues to miss games, you could definitely look to Austin Rivers. He's been hot. Recently, he's been starting and playing big minutes the last couple of games in place of Kyle Anderson, and he's been playing well and putting up good numbers for the price tag, so keep an eye on the Anderson news. Over at shooting guard, it's a position where you can look to some value picks. Top guys over $9,000. Nothing looks great on paper. 8K range, I like Beal at 8,000 flat. 7K, you could look to Vassell. You could look to Zach LaVine. 6K range, OG's returned a few games ago. And the price tag is still very nice on him at 65. We saw a monster game from Pascal last game, putting up over 50. So I like his price tag for sure. Looking in the 5K range, once again, just depending on some injury news. Herter did have a good game last time out, but his price tag is where it should be at almost 6K. Ivy is pretty cheap still. His minutes were fluctuating. He did finally get back up to over 30 minutes the last couple of games. Don't mind it, but definitely a risky option. And then you're looking at the value picks on the Pelicans side with Murphy being very cheap at $4,600, and he's going to play good minutes. And Kobe White has another value option to look at. Small forward options. LeBron James, 10-9. Not having Davis there. His matchup is excellent against the Hornets. Probably expect another 30-point game, probably a double-double, maybe a triple-double. Opportunity tonight against the Hornets. So definitely lock him in. He's one of my favorite pay-ups on the slate. Siakam, if you want to chase that game from last time, I mean, he's been awesome all year. Don't mind it. Randall's price is up. Butler is probable, but we've seen him get ruled out even when he is probable, so keep an eye on that news. 8K range, Leonard looks okay. And then value options would be Bojan Bogdanovic at 63. And I'm looking at the Pelicans guys that are cheap with Herb Jones, 47, with Marshall, 44. Those guys look like good options. Looking at, that was back at power forward at small forward value. Once again, Herb Jones, Murphy, Marshall, those guys are pretty much the guys I'm looking at. Power forward options, Giannis is 12-2, coming off of another great game, 40 points last time out. Price tag is up there, but I like LeBron, looking for a little bit of a cheaper option, but if you want to pay up for him, that's fine. Tobias has been playing well. He's going up against his former team. Could be a nice low-owned option to look at. And once again, looking below 5,000, I'm looking at the Pelicans guys with Herb Jones, Marshall down here. Center options to look at. Top end, I like Jokic a lot against Portland. It does have some history there. Value picks would be DeAndre Ayton at $7,900. Not having Booker, just going to open the door for Ayton to take a lot of shots. He's taken 20 shots last game. Even in foul trouble, still gave you almost 50 fantasy points. Price tag is reasonable. Over his last 4 games, over his last handful of games where Booker has missed, he's been pretty much putting up well over 20 points and double-doubles. He got injured against Houston, so can't really put too much stock into that game. But sub $8,000, I think he looks good. And then it's probably a spot where he can go double center if you wanted to. Another cheap center to look at would be Thomas Bryant. Not having Davis there, great matchup against the Hornets. Probably gets a good chance to get a double-double tonight. He's going to play in close games over 30 minutes, and he can shoot, score, give you some assists, some maybe defensive stats. This price tag, it looks pretty good. And then the last guy I'm going to have is going to be Trey Murphy. The third, can put him in at a couple of spots, maybe shooting guard. $4,600. Just going to see high 20s minutes, maybe low 30s, depending on how the game goes. Not expecting Zion to be cleared. If he does, then he can make some pivots. But for now, this is what I got. We've got 4,000 left with some value picks to look at, with the Bulls guards, with some Pelicans guys. And I'm sure we'll get some more news throughout the day. That's it for DK. Let's jump to FanDuel. All right, on FanDuel, pretty similar. Chris Paul, super cheap at the point guard position without Booker. He's only 79, so I have him in there. Guys like Van Fleet's way too expensive at 96. You could look to James Harden at only 94. 8K range, LaMelo, up there a little bit, but still a good option. And probably like him on FanDuel more than DraftKings. And you can look to Irving, who's been hot. But Paul and McCollum are my favorites. Not assuming that, once again, the Pelicans will be shorthanded tonight. Have McCollum shooting guard eligible on FanDuel. Plugged him in there. Small forward, I just went with Marshall just because he's the cheapest out of Jones, Marshall, and the Murphy group. He's the only guy that's below 5K. The other guys are like $5,200, $5,100. So you're all going to see similar amount of minutes. We've seen Marshall put up some good games this year. I think you can definitely go with multiple of them if you wanted to, but price-wise, I like Marshall the best. And then have LeBron James and Thomas Bryant to close it out. LeBron is a little bit more expensive on FanDuel, but I still like him a lot, given the matchup, given how many minutes he's going to play, the fact that they're at home against the Hornets. Should be a spot where they're going to put up points, and wouldn't be surprised if LeBron has the triple-double tonight. And then Thomas Bryant at 61, just for the value. Other option would be looking at Ayton at 8K, but saving almost $2,000. Got a guy who can give you similar upside. Have him in there, and then you can also look to Valanciunas if Larry Nance continues to miss tonight's game. But that's all for the DFS video. Stay tuned for the Prize Picks video. They are boosting it at 33x today for 6-pick flexes, so today's a chance to make it if you wanted to. But best of luck, and I will catch you all next time.